You didn't give me a second to. Hey, hi guys.
Hello and welcome to the Bourbon Blend.
Yes, another edition of the Bourbon Blend, our 45th.
Our 45th, yes. It's a big one.
And you told me earlier today this is our...
It's our two-year anniversary from our announcement of the Bourbon Blend. Yes, where Jay and I did a little 2-minute spiel.
That's right.
Our first little video was put out 2 years ago today. So cheers to that. Have a little bottoms up here. Little Buffalo Trace to start off the evening. Yeah,
word.
just a little, homage to our Kentucky roots. So
this
cheers
week
to
of
that.
The 151st running of the Kentucky Derby will be Saturday afternoon. Damn, the cat's already going. I think it's going to be overcast in Louisville, which is
going to be raining in Louisville.
It's going to be pouring ass rain.
Yes, 100% chance of rain on Saturday.
That is very interesting.
Up to 2 inches of rain.
This Derby has got a lot of front runners in it.
Yeah.
And usually when it's wet like that, the pace...
It's going to be mucky.
It's hard for horses to come from behind, but we shall see.
Yes.
Listen, tonight we got a lot going on. We had the Orange Beach Bourbon Bunker Bust.
Baby Baba
Uncle Baby Billy's Baba Bonkers. No, we had our Bourbon Bust in Orange Beach over the weekend, so that was huge. We got some pictures from that. We've got, obviously, this Heaven Hill that the GOAT Ravin snatched for us. Well, the grain to glass anyway. And then we're going to be going over some Louisville/Derby stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Courtney's Cornir.
Everybody's waiting anxiously for that.
Most of the time when she comes to me with the Cornir topics, I think this is really stupid, right? Not this time. I thought this was great. I wonder why.
I wonder why you thought it was great.
Because it was my idea.
I know. And I was like, God, this is really stupid. But no, I'm just teasing. I didn't say that. But we also have something that's very monumental right now, Jay. We are starting off the night with 17,000 viewers.
That's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
We've had shows where we started off with 3 or 4.
Yeah, so. Now we have 17,000 out there.
Stupaps notes that we have 627 subs at this point. Which
is blowing it out of the park.
I can't believe it.
I know, it's amazing.
A lot of legends here. Cousin from across the street is here. Ravin, as mentioned earlier, Chip, who hosted us in Orange Beach. Don Proper Dickin.
Hi, Don.
Is here with us. My goodness.
Man,
also,
what a way to start the night.
As I mentioned, one of the all-time greats for me personally. Mike is here as well.
Yes.
Mike was making sure that you were good to go tonight.
Oh, is that right? Why?
Yeah, I think he thinks you're the best part of this show.
Well, of course.
I would agree with. Whiskey Nose is here. Go Hurricanes.
Yes.
A
little old-fashioned.
Whiskey Nose, I actually got this at Ross Dress for Less.
Ross.
For $25, and so I just wear it even though I don't really know anything about the Kraken. But I think it's pretty cool. I like the Hurricanes though. Locked On is here. We got a picture. Locked On's not going to be with us very long, so let me go ahead and move over to photos real quick, and I want to show something that's specific to Locked On. This is our kitty. We're going to go through a little bit later, but Locked On for the Derby event, for the event we had last weekend, made us a dessert, a confectionery dessert.
A concoction that was delicioso.
This is unbelievable.
This is the third time he's made this, and it is always a special request. I always make sure I save room for it. It's delicious. I don't know all that's in it, but it's got cookie dough and
graham
crackers and whipped cream and chocolate pudding. It's just delicious. We appreciate it. So thank you for your contribution.
And Locked On, of course, when I asked him where'd you come up with this idea? I was expecting to sell him about some grandmother who had a special recipe that she won the Iowa County Fair with or whatever. No, he goes, I just read it off the internet.
It's great.
So anyway, Locked On, that was amazing, bro. And thank you for taking the time to make that for us and for us to be able to enjoy that at the Bunker Bourbon.
It was great.
Bust.
Yes.
Let's see. Revenge is just getting a little crowded in here. LOL. Nah, of course not.
All the 17,000 people.
Madison, who we will be showing in pictures later today. Woohoo, hey fam, I don't know how to change my name, so I'm repping the government name again, LOL.
Nice.
Madison attended her last...
she turned in her last
assignment.
Last college assignment today, so I hope that means that she'll be graduating next Friday like she's supposed to.
And I don't want to. I want Maddie to be able to have the floor if she'd like to, but there's a rumor going around at MaddieTateRumors.com that she may have
a gig,
accepted a job offer.
Yes.
We are extremely excited about this.
Yes.
For various reasons.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
proud and excited. So anyway, moving on.
Chipper said he had some after everyone left.
Yes, it was so good. He left some of it behind when he left.
B. Haynes is here as well.
Hello,
Glad
B.
to have you, B.
Haynes.
Haynes, from all the way across the street.
Yes.
And Locked On says, appreciate y'all and the ride drive. That's right. Locked On got to drive my Tesla, and I think he had a good time. He couldn't believe how good the self-driving was, which is what everybody says that drives my car. Goes, oh my God, it brakes itself, it turns itself, puts a turn signal on, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing.
I'm still amazed at how fast it is. That always still surprises me.
You like fast, don't you?
I do like fast.
Or do you like slow and to the point?
And slow and to the point? That doesn't make sense. You're fast and to the point.
You're
slow and get to the end. Anyway.
Regardless. I don't like where this is headed. Listen, we're going to talk about some bourbons, of course, is what the first thing we usually do.
I mean, it's the most important thing.
New business, as Gomez Adams would say. We start with new business, and then we get to old business. Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. Mm-hmm. This is one that we actually talked about on the show maybe a year ago when it was Heaven Hill was announcing it, and we were like, yeah, like we'll ever get any of that. Well, guess what? Ooh. We do have it. Courtesy of Ravin, who snatched this from a location in Florida. I don't know that he wants to say where.
Anyway.
Although it may say it right there on the bottle. But anyway. Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. We're fired up about this. And I think the real story here is that it goes from grain to glass. Yeah. Heaven Hill.
Tell us what that means, Jay.
Heaven Hill is located in Bardstown, Kentucky, just a few miles north of the Bluegrass Parkway. And as a result, it is, you guys may not know this, but it's very close to 1792. Mm-hmm. It's very close to Willett.
Four Roses.
Very close to Four Roses is in Lawrenceburg, right?
Yeah, that's close to Bardstown.
I'm talking about they're on the same road.
Oh, well.
So they're right there.
Anyway.
What did you put in here for us to start?
I already said it was Buffalo Trace. Bottoms up, buddy. Mm-hmm. Get that out your glass. Mm.
So now we jump in. Mm. The reason I thought this would be a good comparison with the Bottle and Bond, you've got two Heaven Hills, both 7-year. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Bottle and Bond's going to be 100 because it's got to be. And this one's a little bit hotter, but I think these will be similar.
Jay, what does grain to glass mean?
It means that it goes from the grain into the glass, into my mouth. They should have added the mouth part. Can we get a pour over here?
Pardon me. Look out there in the hallway.
Hey, Pug, don't rub your dick on the carpet, please. Please don't.
Oh, wait. I got to get the pop. Wasn't a very good one.
Oh.
Sounded kind of like a wine bottle.
Is it a real cork? Or
yeah.
Oh, gosh. Easy, bro. Oh, that sounded good right there.
It did. Ready for some deliciousness.
I'm going to infer from the name of this bourbon that they're using their own wheat.
What do you think?
A little old-fashioned says the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass wheated is awesome. Also, that is, okay. I have seen the rye a little. Mm-hmm. This is the first time we have seen the straight bourbon whiskey. And I think part of it is because in our state, it's very difficult for us to get the allocated bourbons. But
yes.
Fortunately, we have friends in Florida who will help us, Courtney, to you.
Cheers.
And by the way, your top matches your hazel green eyes.
Oh, thank you. I had somebody point that out at the bunker event that I had green eyes. He said
hazel green.
Only 10 or 12% of the world has it. I don't remember.
Hazel
anyway.
Green. Ooh. Wow, I like that one. Strong nose. Kind of astringent a little bit. A little bit of spicy. Not sweet on the nose, but sweet when you drink it. Not super sweet, but good.
It's spicy.
It is a little spicy. It's
got to have some good rye in there.
It tastes 107 proof. Maddie says, JG, I fear it may be time for a costume change. I got a costume change right here. I'll give you the double birds instead of just one. No, you're right. I probably should. I was going to wear my Atlanta United jersey today, but maybe next time. I don't know. I kind of like the Kraken jersey.
Yeah. Ross never disappoints, does it, Jay?
Ross Dress for Less doesn't at all. Ravin says, nice, high, squeaky cork pop.
Really?
Hey, man, do you have to ruin our show? He's going to go behind that. This is what happens when we let the cat come in here. He's just an idiot. This tastes good, man.
It does taste good. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Herschel, do you like it? Okay.
Let's see what else we got. Cousin from across the street says, I have a bottle of the wheated and really enjoy it. Remember Cousin mentioning that we should come over there and have a little pour. And we drank with Cousin Becky on the stoop last week.
Yeah, we did. Well, another way. Anyway. within the last 2 weeks.
Becky wasn't drinking that, I don't think.
Yeah, she was.
But me and
We were all
cousin, you
drinking.
were drinking some burbs.
I did not drink bourbon. I had a beer.
Like I said, you had a beer. I had 3
That's
beers
good
this
though.
week.
I like this. This is it lingers, but it's not. It's very pleasant lingering on the tongue. It's I can taste the rye. It's also sweet though. I do like it.
Sweet. Oh gosh, it's the wrong one. It actually has the mash bill in this bitch. 35% rye, which is fairly high.
Oh yeah, that's pretty high.
52 corn, got to be 50 of course, and then 13 malt. So yeah, you guys know the rye, the spicy note, I guess, or tasting note that you get from rye. Usually at 35%, you get it pretty good.
Yeah, I don't taste that.
It's like it almost starts to go that way, and then it turns, and it
I
gets
bet
sweet.
this would make a hell of an old fashioned. I bet it would be a really good old fashioned.
Why would we do a $100 bottle to put in an old fashioned?
We've done a $150 bottle in an old fashioned before.
Sometimes,
yes. You were the one that made it and asked us to do it. It was the Uncle Nearest.
Oh, well, that was made for that.
It was not made for that.
Justin Owens said,
No.
This is a great bourbon to put in an old fashioned.
Listen.
So that's what we did.
Listen,
Linda.
Listen here, Linda.
Let's see. Maddie says Hershey being loud tonight. He really was.
He's
He's just kind of a pain in the ass. And Mike says the cat wants to be heard.
Yes.
But listen, when the cat says what she wants, and the cat gets what she wants.
He.
No, I was talking.
It's he.
I was talking about
It's
another
he.
cat.
He.
Chip says wasn't planning to, but I'm gonna go break. Open the 4 rows. I like that. I'm gonna go break. Open the 4 rows of small batch supplied by Numero
There you go.
20.
Nice.
My man.
Very
Revenge says,
nice.
what would you drink it on Derby Day?
Well, yes, it's
Hell
bourbon.
I will say,
It's
we'll get to
very
this a
good.
little bit later in the show,
I like
but
this.
a lot of people drink juleps on Derby Day. We think juleps taste like ass.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like a mint julep. Never have. I really wanted to like it. I like mint, but I just
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I can't get it.
There's a drink called the Oaks Lily,
Oh,
which is
it's delicious.
To me, it's just as much Churchill Downs as a mint julep,
Finlandia vodka.
and it's much better.
It's good.
Much better. So
Yeah.
there you go. Hold on, a little old fashioned says, "I will make an old
There
fashioned
you
cocktail
go.
out of anything."
Yes.
That's the right attitude.
It
There's
is
no
the right
wrong answer,
attitude.
honestly, unless it's Parker's Heritage. Don't do that. Mike says, "Is it a sin to mix good bourbon?"
Well, in a specific bourbon cocktail, I say no. I used to be like, yes, you can just use the shitty bourbon. It doesn't matter. But when you have a really good bourbon that has a strong rye in it, it tastes so good in an old fashioned. Oh, it's good. And then also, if it has a little heat on it, yeah. Courtney likes a little heat.
This starts off to me like Russell's 10, and it has a better finish.
That's interesting.
And that's good because I like Russell's 10, and I recommend that to a lot of people that are just getting started. This is really good.
It is good.
Ooh. Wow.
It's good.
I'm happy with that.
I am as well. Thanks, Raven, for procuring it for us.
Don't look at my score.
Oh, I don't want to look at your score. Okay.
I wonder what your score is going to be.
Out of 4 charcoal briquettes?
Yeah, that's right. We judged 1 to 4.
And we paid how much for it?
$100 cash.
Okay.
We could have paid for it in gold. Chip says you don't cook with shitty wine. Why would you drink with bad bourbon? It's fair.
Somewhat fair, yeah.
All right. Well, since Courtney's
Okay,
going
what
to
am I gonna
take
have to
her
have
sweet
this?
old time, Jay is going to
I'm
put
going
his.
to go a 3.25.
I'm going 3.75.
Oh, wow.
Courtney.
Jay
This
really
is
does like
really
it.
good.
That's a strong one for Mr. Tate.
Yeah, it is. 3.25, as Ravin noted, you're a tough grader.
Yeah, I'm a little...
I was noting this earlier. We're going to do a little thing here in a minute.
Okay.
It shows our highest grades. And uh-oh, Maddie says, I'm back on my real account, but I made sure to smash the like button
There
on
you
both
go.
accounts.
Nice. You trained well.
Yeah, I like it. And Ravin says, just don't dump into a Diet Coke and drink it out of a Solo cup. Now, I drank out of a
Now, wait a
Solo
minute.
cup the whole day on Saturday, but it was not Coke. It
I
was
know, but
just bourbon.
I like a Diet Coke with a shitty bourbon. I do.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
It's just don't put
But you put a lot of shitty bourbon in it and just a little bit of Diet Coke.
don't put Blands in there,
No.
as we know. Revin says, I don't think I would discriminate which bourbon would go into a handcrafted cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of the bourbon can definitely add to augment, as some would say,
I
a
agree.
cocktail. I would agree with that. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Don Proper Dickens says, as a rookie, I'll say the Heaven Hill Bottle Bond is my favorite, and it ain't close. We will be having the same pour tonight. Across the water, Don. It's like, it's all one big happy community.
I hope the tariffs aren't impacting him.
Well, so Don, as you know, is a governor in southern Holland, and he rejected the tariffs.
Okay, I thought he was...
and he worked out directly with Donald Trump a special override.
Okay.
He has that kind of pull.
Excellent. Especially in the bourbon world.
If we just had Don negotiating deals for us. Revin says, wow, great grade. Revin, thank you.
Yeah. All right, we ready for round number 2?
Well, yeah, this is one of our top graders now. I mean, this is
very
one of
good.
our highest graded bourbons that we've ever had on the show, so that's great. We'll move on to the next one, Miss Courtney, which is going to be the Heaven Hill Bottled in Bond.
This is like a good favorite. Like, this is an everyday.
Did you open it?
Yeah, why?
That's cool. We had an open one down here.
I don't see it. I looked for it. Oh. Okay, well, we'll drink both. Let's see if each one's different.
That's my fault, 100%. That's not you.
No, I looked for it. I did. I did look for it, but I didn't look for it.
I meant to switch it, and I didn't do it. That's my fault, totally.
Oh, that was a tiny one. Oh, it was like a
Perfumed.
Oh, man, it's just a little baby one.
Yeah, not great.
Not great.
This is the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. I'm curious to see how much this tastes different. Now, this is one of my favorite. People say, JG, what's a great bourbon under 50? And I go, Heaven Hill 7
I thought this was like 60. Am I wrong?
It's $49.99 at ABC.
Okay.
And I think in other states, it's probably a little bit less than that.
This is good.
You can get it for 35 or 40 in this great state of Kentucky.
This is an everyday bourbon.
For sure. And this is relatively new to, well, it's been repurposed a little bit, but in this bottle, in this fashion, it's kind of new to the market, maybe a year or two old. This used to be marketed differently. But again, 7 years, 100 proof. We like it.
It is. It's very good. It's
a terrific place to go for a
everyday bourbon. Cheers.
Different nose on it, though. I don't taste astringent at all.
It's very smooth. It's very smooth. It's really good.
It's kind of a sweet nose. A little bit of floral.
It's really good. It's really good for an everyday bourbon. Like, for $50, this is one of the best. I think it's one of the best tasting deals you can get. 100 proof. It's not a wimpy baby, 80-ish bourbon. It's the real deal.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is I like how much juice does this thing have? How much, and I can't deal with a bourbon that's really soft, like Basil Hayden. Well, I would never drink.
Or that Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace
is very light.
If it's 100 degrees out and you're on a boat, you drink it then. But Buffalo Trace to me is usually just too wimpy and watery. This is a really nice middle.
It's I feel like I'm drinking something instead of some actual true quote brown water.
It's delicious.
It's very good.
I think about this though. So the grain to glass is great. This is great. Parker's Heritage. I mean, this is my all-time favorite, but they don't make this anymore. The double barrel blend, but they make new Parker's Heritage expressions every year. And the other two that we've really liked. I had the Orange Curacao, which I liked. It's not one you'd want to drink every day, but it was really good. I'm telling you, Heaven Hill is knocking it out of the park. A lot of people love Larceny too. We don't love Larceny.
No, don't love Larceny.
But maybe we'll give them a pass on that one. They can't all be hot. I mean, your sister wasn't as hot as you. So was your mom. Sometimes you miss.
Isn't Elijah Craig a Heaven Hill product?
Yes, it is. Okay. Great question. I was considering opening up my hand grenade today, but I didn't.
No.
We have a little Heaven Hill I'm sorry. Evan Williams. No.
No.
Elijah Craig hand grenade, which is 130 proof, single barrel.
We got that on your birthday trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those.
I think
we had an early morning visit there, and it was on the shelves. And then when we came back out from our tour, it was already gone. And she put it in the bag and saved them for us. Mike
says, is it still on sale in the ABC stores? I haven't been in the ABC in a couple of weeks, so I'm not sure. It was $2 off the last time I saw, which is great. I guess that makes it $47.99. Don Proper says it's on sale. Mike knows how I found it. They even go on sale in Maastricht too. Ravin says I'm terrible. I have a bottle of Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, and I still haven't opened it.
Oh man,
I
break
got
it
for
open
$35
tonight.
during COVID.
Break it open tonight.
I would like to see.
I mean,
what
unless
that
you're at
bottle,
work.
what does that bottle look like, Ravin? Send that to me. I don't know, because I know they market it differently now than they did at that point. Ravin also says I got the Old Forester Statesman the same day for $26.
Wow.
That is our boy Johnny Weatherford's favorite bourbon.
Yes,
The Old
it's
Forester
not one of
Statesman.
my favorites, but
No, not
it's okay.
me neither.
That's okay. Everybody had that. There's a reason there's all kinds of bourbon, Jay.
It's an interesting. I'm talking about the Statesman here. It's an interesting choice that they kept that going. They made it as a promotional thing for the movie called The Statesman. And then, like, I guess somebody maybe at the distillery said, "Hey, I like this better than average," and so they committed to making it all the time. Doesn't really fit into Distillery Row stuff. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. It's good.
hey, anyway. And also, Cuz is encouraging Ravin to pop that cork.
We're good at encouraging drinking.
This is a bourbon show, to be fair.
It is fair.
And we do have to talk about the acquisition / merger at some point. I don't know if this is the right time to do that.
I don't think so.
Would you rather me get drunker?
I don't know.
I can do it drunker.
I
That's
don't
fine,
know.
too.
This is going to be on the YouTubes, Jay.
I was on the horn with Shannon Terry yesterday. I can talk about that a little bit. Bottled and Bond Heaven Hill to me is a 3.50. And
I'm going to have to give it that too. I like it better than the grain to glass. And I guess maybe, it's kind of like
it's a treat.
it's kind of like your childhood blanket. It's like, this is the nice safety net. It always feels good. You like it.
Well,
brings comfort.
Show that hand thing again.
Brings comfort. Like,
work on the top a little bit.
Brings comfort.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brings
this
release.
Is it. I think that's why I've graded it higher.
Okay.
And it's also $50. So
it is the right price.
You can get 2 bottles for $1.
As part of the Bourbon Blends starter pack, when people say, "Hey, what should I start with?" We always have to include this. This Russell's Reserve 10-year are 2 great ones.
Old Forester 1920.
No, I think that one's too rough for a beginner.
No, you got to know it. It hits
say
hard,
1910, I think, would be better for a beginner. And then Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Down to like the $30, $35 range. Yeah. That's good. Buffalo Trace, if you can find it. Good starter bourbon as well.
It's a good starter.
So, happy times. Great job, Heaven Hill. Way to be. And we enjoyed hanging out in your new visitor center, which was recently redone. And he's not here tonight yet, but Canoeman, I know for a fact, has been there because he sent me a picture when he was there.
Well, there you go.
They have a really cool old-fashioned, old-timey pickup truck.
Yeah, they
right
do
in front of there. And he had a picture with that, so that was really cool.
That'll have to be a place that we hit when we do our Bourbon Blend Bourbon Tour.
Bourbon Blend Bourbon Tour.
Yeah.
I like it. It has a real ring to it, Courtney.
Bourbon Blend Bourbon Tour. Bourbon bus. Bourbon.
Is it
bourbon
like our,
bitches.
Is it like our bourbon bukkake bottle?
No.
By the way, this does not include what we did tonight, but prior to this, these were our top grades so far this year of the stuff that we've been grading. And you can see the first number there of the 2 is always going to be Courtney's grade, and then my grade is the second one. And you can see Courtney's a tougher grader than I am.
Yeah.
Now, she's a professional school marm, so
yeah, that's true.
maybe you're just tough on your students.
Yeah, I get my red pin out and give a big X on it.
Like that Bardstown Disco 11, you gave a 3.0 is a travesty.
It's all right.
It's travesty. That's really good bourbon.
Right.
So you can see like some of our good stuff. Now, the things that we did tonight would be on here now. The Bottled and Bond would be equal to Hancock's Reserve. And the grain to glass with a 3.75 and a 3.25 would be somewhere on there. Probably right below the Rum Finished Peerless. So.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the stuff we've been drinking so far this year. And that Old Soul 2022 ABC pick, good God. We probably just need to pour that out so it never happens. Oh, no, we were going to use it as a punitive measure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Of a spanking, so to speak.
Spanking?
Yeah.
That gets me excited when you start talking about spanking. We got Derby.
Well, we decided to go away from the bourbon news this week because this week in Kentucky is Derby week. And there is nothing more fun in Kentucky than Derby Week. So I don't know if folks know, but like the Kentucky Derby Festival is a like 3-4 week endeavor in Louisville.
I put all week, but
No,
she lived there longer than I did.
It's like 3 to 4 weeks. It starts out with Thunder over Louisville, which they had to cancel this year, which is a gigantic fireworks display on the Ohio River, and they had to cancel due to the flooding because that was in April 15th or whatever. You got the Chow Wagon, Jay. You remember the Chow Wagon?
No, I don't. This is actually a great opportunity.
Yes.
We've been together 33 years.
Yeah.
I still have no idea.
I thought you went to the Chow Wagon.
You used to say you wanted to go to the Chow Wagon,
and you
which
probably
I called the Chuck Wagon.
Yeah, you probably complained about it, so we probably didn't.
I didn't complain about it.
Yeah.
It was at Blank and Baker out there.
Yeah, now it's down on the waterfront, but it's
I didn't know
basically it's tons of food vendors and some music and lots of beer, and it's like a giant food truck show, so to speak.
So it's going to be the white version of the thing we went to in Los Angeles. Is what you're telling
Similar,
me.
yes.
That does not sound like a place I want to go hang out.
Oh, well, yeah, it was fun. They have the Pegasus Parade. Remember the little Pegasus pins,
Yeah,
the
give me
derby
pins.
pins?
Yeah.
Yes. They have the Great Balloon Race where you act the hot air balloons. That's so cool. You get up at like 5 a.m. and go out, and they all blow up those gigantic hot air balloons, and they race. That's cool. They have the Great Steamboat Race with the Belle of Louisville, but did you know that the Belle of Louisville this year could not participate?
Why?
It was devastating.
Why?
Something about
Went limp?
its blowhead or something. I don't know.
It blew on the head.
Yeah,
Its
something
meatus
like
got
that.
torn.
Yes.
It's like the male version of a pistiotomy.
I know. And the Oaks, which is run on Friday, which is the Phillies race, the girly race, is almost as big as Derby, as Jay says there, and it is Friday, and then Derby's on Saturday. Expecting like 150,000 people. Here's the thing. With the rain coming, there ain't going to be that many people, but there's going to be that many wet, drunk, high people.
Wet, drunk, high.
Yes.
I like it. Derby admission. If you can get it. When I went to the Derby in 1991, which is the only one I went to, it was $20, I think, to get into the infield. That's all I paid. But, I mean, I was out in a field getting drunk and whatever else I was doing. The cops basically are just, like, there to make sure that there's no physical harm. Mm-hmm. But if you're smoking a big joint or whatever,
I think now it's probably a little different, but...
I had a friend that blew a big joint in a cop's face there. And,
yeah, but the infield now also has seating. You know, it has those big seating.
On
so
the inside part.
Yeah.
But,
and
then $135,000 a seat for Millionaires Row.
No. $135,000. It
for
gets you gets you a suite. So indoor seating, liquor, obviously all that included. But yeah, $135,000. So if anybody is just wondering what to do with the little change in their pocket this weekend, the Derby can help you out with that.
And I got a funny story about the Derby that goes back a few years. My grandma and granddad Wexler lived in Louisville, really very close to the track. Mm-hmm. Close enough for people our age to walk. They weren't walking because they were older, but maybe a mile away. And they had seats there year round. Back in these days, you could have like a box, what they would call a box. It's a 6-seat thing. And my grandparents had one. And they got to be like 60 or 65, and they were like, fuck it, we're not going over there anymore. So instead of like running this by my mom or my uncle, they just stopped paying and gave away their seats, which my mom and dad would have gladly continued to pay because whatever you're paying for the year is less than that. Like you could have kept it for, and the prices were still high. It was like, $15,000 a year. But if your Derby seats would have been worth $25 just on their own, like you would have been making money. One of the biggest losses of our family ever, like just to give away our fucking Kentucky Derby seats. Yeah. And it was like my granddad Wexler was like, "Shell, I didn't think y'all wanted to go." I'm like,
well, yeah, because y'all were living in Oklahoma. They were living mostly in Florida. They didn't see the value in keeping it. But yeah, darn it, dag nabbit.
Matt says, "Which horse is y'all's favorite?" I like Pony Soprano. I'll see myself out again.
Yes. So.
Anyway,
we need to talk about the most important thing at the Derby, and that is the drinks, Jay.
I was going to say the girls, but
the drinks.
Yes.
The drinks.
Let me see if I can find that, Courtney. We do have it somewhere. Where did I put
And
it? Hold on.
Mads has it
yeah.
in a chat she just sent you too if you need it.
Oh, she does?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I put it. Oh, here we go.
There
Sorry.
Look at that, y'all.
So these are going to be the prices at the Derby.
This is crazy. That is crazy. That's one drink, y'all. That ain't a 6-pack. That's one drink. Yes, those are crazy. They are up $5 each from last year. $5.
Tariffs, man.
$5.
Tariffs.
Like, I was offended when I paid $16 last year. Well, I guess it was $17 last year. I was offended, but I paid for one. Yeah, those prices are ridiculous, but they'll get them. That obviously there's nothing else to get there.
And Maddie says she notes that here at the bottom left it says sales tax not included.
Oh damn! I did not see that. Ouch.
Plus tax.
Oh, these people ain't getting a tip.
And tip.
They get a $1 tip.
$5 for water isn't that bad, but man, when you get to the Oaks Lily for $22, yikes, man. This is a great question. How do they keep the horses' nuts from getting bashed around back there during the race? You don't want to damage the goods needed for those stud fees.
Well, they're kind of made to do that, so
I would just tuck.
they ain't tucking, but they do lube them up.
They do lube them up.
They do. They put some kind of soap on them. Like, I'm serious, they do.
No,
on the inside of their thighs.
Yeah.
What we would call thighs of a horse. Yeah, they do.
Mike says the horse has a jockey strap.
Oh.
My football coach used to call them jockey straps.
Jockey straps.
Boys, get your jockey straps on now. Chip Chip says it looks like the list at a Roos.
It does.
Chris. It does.
Yes,
it
like
does, actually.
Everything's extra. Like your bottled water is now $5. $5.
Make you
$5. Look at your White Claw at $14. Really?
Here's your Derby list. What do we call it?
Draw.
Derby draw. Of all the horses that are going to run, and
we do have a scratch here, Jay.
Yeah, for Fournette. No, Rodriguez.
And I'm so sad. It's a Bob Baffert horse.
Yeah, that wasn't a horse I was going to be messing with anyway. But I like looking at the silks. Some of them kind of come back into fame as we move along. Like journalism has a silk right there with the apple. Reminds me of Jolie's Halo from the early '80s. Haven't seen that silk in a while, so that's kind of cool.
I need to know if I can bet in Alabama. I don't know if I can.
I think I've tried and you can.
But I definitely would do an exacta box with publisher and journalism.
You have to, right? I think I would have to.
In our family, you would have to. I would even put $20 on that.
The top horses here are definitely going to be journalism, sovereignty, Sandman, publisher would be in that conversation. Burnham Square won the Bluegrass Stakes, so that's pretty cool. And my man Jason Morgan, last name redacted, yeah, he likes Beza in the 21 spot there, who kind of worked his way in here late. He thinks that's a really good value play for like a trifecta or something like that. But if it's going to be wet, usually in wet, that's when the front runners win. The horses that like to be in the front. And the thing about this race is there's a lot of horses that like to be on the front, but journalism is the king of them all, who loves to just sit on the front and says, come get some if you'd like. So I'm going to go with journalism, even though he's not going to get you a lot of money. It's very chalky.
Being a girl here, I'll share with you, there's some siblings racing against each other here. Journalism and Grande are siblings because their daddy is Curlin. Now he's probably sired, 500 horses.
Yeah, Curlin.
But it's kind of cool that it's the gentleman who impregnated the mare.
And I wonder if Luxor Cafe is American Pharoah's first, major stakes race offspring. American Pharoah won the Triple Crown maybe, I don't know how long ago that was.
That's been a while,
5, 6, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Something
That's been
like
a minute. I do like that they put the
Publisher
sire in here.
also
It's
is
pretty cool.
American Pharoah, Courtney. Did you see that?
Oh, it sure is. Look, another sibling I did not catch. And I didn't see that Tappett's daddy of Sandman.
Yeah. Tappet, as I remember, is a distant relative of Secretariat. I guess they're all distant relatives of Secretariat.
Pretty much now.
But yeah, for me and Courtney, we've been doing this so long, watching horse racing. It's like when we see the daddy and the granddaddy and stuff, like cool. We recognize them. And sometimes they're horses we bet on years and years ago. Yep. So anyway, a lot of fun for us. Citizen Bull, of course, I have Holy Bull I have a picture of him in my walkway up here. So that's pretty cool.
Tistastic is a great name. Love
I thought
that
it was
name.
Jizztastic.
No, it's
Got 'em.
Tistastic. Ha ha ha.
The Oaks will run tomorrow, and then the Derby on Saturday around 5 o'clock Central Time, something in that neighborhood. We're not having a party because Courtney's saying
We're not having a party because we're having a big party next weekend to celebrate somebody that we love.
who's graduating from college.
Yes.
You want to do some photos, Courtney?
Sure.
Is that what we're next? Is that what's coming next?
Sounds good.
What's next here? All right, let me go back and because I kind of got out of order here because we were doing the Derby prices, but
Yes.
Let's just kind of work our way through. We got a pussy picture right here.
So when we were packing to go to Orange Beach, Herschel decided he was not interested in us going on this trip. So he just planted himself in Jay's suitcase. He was waiting to be sealed up and sent on the road.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Let's see. I'm sorry, I got a little behind here. Matt says, Citizen Bull? Come on, these are horses. I got them. Maddie says, 2 of American Pharaoh's babies.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Let's see what Mike says. That's the one thing I respect about the Masters. They keep their price on food and drink reasonable. They really
That
do.
is true.
They do a great job with
Yes.
that, for sure. Raven says, list the Triple Crown winners go. There's quite a few of them. But American Pharaoh
Secretariat.
certainly did that.
Gosh.
Seattle Slew,
Seattle Slew, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, geez.
It was a
I'm
long
terrible.
while.
It was a long time between Seattle Slew and whoever won.
Yeah, for sure.
American Pharaoh? No?
Oh, American Pharaoh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I really don't know the early ones.
Cuss is one of the owners of Coal Battle, is an Auburn fan from Alabama. I did not know that,
I did not know that. How about that?
Appreciate that
I
little
wonder,
piece of information.
How many owners there are of Coal Battle?
Yeah, I wonder. A lot of times these are conglomerates. Me and Courtney
Yeah.
had looked into buying a portion of, when I say a portion, we're talking like $2,000 of a horse, one of, 200 owners. But
Yes.
we've thought about it. Our friend Jen Reese, her dad did that and got into the Breeders' Cup last year or something like that, which is really cool. Maddie says Justify. Correct.
Oh,
Justify.
you are correct.
1-1. What's really cool is when a Triple Crown winner pops, Maker's Mark will make a bottle dedicated to them in their colors. They'll put the wax in their colors. I remember American Pharaoh. Grub Mart had the American Pharaoh one, and they also had a Justify one too, which is pretty freaking cool. All right, so that's our pussy picture for the day. This is one that me and Courtney, when we were on our way down to Orange Beach, we were charging in
Beautiful
Evergreen,
Evergreen, yes.
Yeah, Evergreen. And clothing and hose are in this box.
Yeah, in this box, if you're in need of some hose, you can find it right here, right outside the Piggly Wiggly.
Clothing and hose. I thought that was pretty funny.
That was funny.
Here she is, Stortney in all her glory at our party.
Yes,
That
this is at Orange Beach.
That's I am Papa McNasty in the back, by the way.
Yes.
Throwing the axes, but yeah, I like that because you were bourboned up at this
I
point.
know. I was like, there wasn't any bourbon outside, so I was like, let me go get the bourbon.
She's got some 1920 that CJ number 20
Yes,
got us.
he
She's
did.
got that Lux Row 12-year and the McKenna 10 that Sir Cousin
Donated
to
party.
the party, and everybody
Yes.
was really fired up to be able to have that. So thanks, Cousin. And I know that I had some of that, and I know that Chip did as well, and Miss Courtney for sure. So
You
appreciate
can
that,
tell I
my
enjoyed
guy.
it.
Matt says, I myself have also considered buying a horse's
That's
ankle.
right.
Matt is full of dad jokes tonight, I'll tell you that. This is Locked On's confection one. I thought was amazing, but we
that's so
looked at
good.
that earlier. Here are the rules from Chip's Shindig.
Mm-hmm.
I changed the Wi-Fi password to dozens 6969 exclamation point. No portaling, no podcasting. Do not get HARD. I didn't actually follow up on what that meant.
Chip, you'll have to give us a
No
disclaimer.
double dribbling. No AU Tigers 8820, which is always a good idea. No treeps on the property, which didn't actually happen because
Thank goodness.
my man didn't show up. Potatoes are for eating only.
Mm-hmm.
Administrative assistant at your own risk.
That's
It's
a
a
good
very
one.
good idea.
Mhm.
Drink bourbon and hate Bammer. So
Mm-hmm.
some things that we like to do all the time. So good
Yes.
rules there, and I don't think we broke any.
Which
of
one's
them.
your favorite? No podcasting?
I would say at administrative assistant at your own risk. This is Courtney's.
Aw. That's
Just tell 'em, Courtney.
that's from Chip's Pier, right out on that bay. It's so beautiful. I saw the sun setting and it had been overcast, and so I was like, I'm going down there. I went down, had to get my little picture there. It was a gorgeous night. very, very
Picturesque.
fun evening. Yes.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And he made some amazing chicken parm.
Oh,
Whew.
this is the best of my lifetime.
It
No
was
shit.
really good. Really good.
I wish I could have somebody do that for me. You took this picture. Tell me.
I did. I love it. It says, so we ended up at Culver's late night because, late night after you've had a bit of bourbon.
A bit of bourbon.
Need to
We're
have a
drinking
little
all
bit
day
of-
long.
Need to have a little something before you go to sleep. So we stop at Culver's, and I love it that it says, reminder to be amazing today. Like, that's just, that's nice. It's positivity. It's wholesome.
It's so
It's
wholesome.
wholesome. It's wholesome. I like that. Made me feel good. We had great customer service,
Mm.
but shitty food. It was great.
Yeah, that's true. The food was not great, but
The food wasn't great, but great service.
the service there was as good as it could ever be.
Mhm.
Like Chick-fil-A would even be like, God dang, they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
So Culver's, they don't have one near us, but whatever. This is my picture right here. We have
Like
finally,
you were in the car. It's your picture.
we have finally gotten to the point technologically where we have the ability to watch in-car video and audio from every car in the Talladega race. Any driver you wanted. And I had Denny Hamlin just because he was in second place at this point, but I thought that was a good place to watch. But I always thought, 15 years ago when I would listen to the scanners, someday we'll be able to turn on the TV and watch any in-car camera. And guess what? We are there now.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed doing that. And I ended up having a great time watching that one. This is from Inside the NBA post-game show the other day. Chuck Barkley has been using this as his mug lately on the show. So if you see the yellow mug when he's doing it, that's what it is. And he says he's just been watching the Golden Girls a lot lately, and it's a damn good show, and everybody should watch it. That's what he's been saying.
Breaking news.
So he said, you kids out there don't know what it is. You need to watch the reruns. The reruns. So anyway, Courtney was a Golden Girls fan when I met her, and
I
I thought
love
that's
the
the
Golden
stupidest show
Girls.
I've ever heard in my life.
I'm the age of the Golden Girls now. It's just
But-
rude.
It's actually a very clever,
Yeah.
little slightly tawdry show.
Yes,
Actually,
they were spicy.
yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I saw this the other day when I was out fetching food for Courtney. It says, "God must love stupid people. He made so many."
That is great. But stay positive on top.
Yeah, stay positive.
Stay positive.
Oh my God.
I guess that is a positive statement, though, right? It's not negative.
It's affirming God's greatness. Yes, it is. Chipper says Mrs. Chip loves watching the Golden Girls every single night. She's probably watching right now.
I love the Golden Girls. They're spicy little numbers.
It reminds me of the
Yes,
old
and I
days,
found
yeah.
out I'm like older than Rue McClanahan was on the show.
Is that true?
Yes. She's supposed to be like 50.
Here are some nurses that we know, or aspiring nurses that we know.
These girls are all graduating.
This is Maddie
Look at 'em.
and her girls.
Popping tops.
Yeah, just enjoying their graduation pictures.
Yes, so cute.
It's very exciting, and a shot of Madison herself.
Oh, look at our stinky kiddo.
What do you call that thing with the Kyo crest on it? Is it called like a sash or something like that?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's right. Definitely.
Perfect. I'm glad I got that right.
Yep.
So we're very proud of Madison.
Yep.
We'll have a shindig next weekend in Mobile.
Yes, so we will not have a bourbon blend because we will be busy
We'll be in
fetching
Mobile.
Miss Madison.
I have some great news though. D Lucky's coming down for his nephew's graduation. I think.
Oh, he got to come by the Hizzle.
He's absolutely going to come by the Hizzle,
Yes.
so we're going to be kicking with him
Wow, that's amazing.
again. There'll be prices. I still got another. Oh, these are the old pictures.
Stole. Maddie is right. A stole.
There
That's
it
what it
is.
is.
This is the skibbity
It's
that Chip made.
Hey, Maddie, maybe you can get this as your badge picture in your new job.
So you can get the bar crawl picture. These are amazing, man. This one and this one.
Stop.
I absolutely love these, man.
Stop.
And not everything's at Courtney's expense. There's me passed out when we were in.
With your breadsticks.
Is this in Jamaica?
That's
or
in
is this
Punta Cana.
Dominican Republic? Okay. And very good photoshopping.
Yes.
From, Canoeman
It's
there to
amazing.
get that put together. Also, one more from me that I always show is me just partied out.
Yeah, partied out.
I think I was the last person in the pool, and you're always like, "You're the
I'm
last
like, "Get
person in
out
the
of
pool."
the
And I go, "I
pool.
don't want to get out."
Get out of the pool.
And I just sit there and think about the choices
All that
I
I
made.
can think of is all the pee that's in the pool at that point of the day. It's time to get out.
What? I don't understand what you're doing. Maddie says LMAO, Mad Dog RN with the AI drunk pig.
That would be very heartwarming to our patients.
Be like, hey, I know you're dealing with alcohol poisoning right now, but I want to tell you I have been there, and here's photographic evidence in the event that you'd like to have that.
Or you can be like, hey, are you in as much pain as I'm in this picture? Can you give me your pain scale? 1 to 10.
Let's see. I think it may be time for the number one hit on our show.
Is it that time already?
Well, what else are we missing? I know we've been kind of working our way through. We only had 2 bourbons tonight, so
yeah, that's true.
It was, a small.
I mean, our agenda. Where's our damn administrative assistant for
Where
this
is
show?
that intern?
Look,
I don't know.
Herschel, where is it? Can you hear him? Can y'all hear him?
He goes, meow.
Herschel, what are you doing?
He talks, man. He'll actually answer you.
Hershey, what are you doing?
Anyway, we will play our number one smash. We
Yes.
think it's going to go number one.
Wait,
soon.
I gotta hear it.
Hold on,
It's so close to being number one.
All right, we got to get it set up here,
It's the
Courtney.
best. It's the best song ever. I mean, if I've never heard a banger, that's a banger.
That is a banger,
Now I
100%.
know. Now I know what a banger is.
All right, so Courtney's Cornir this week is top fuck around and find out moments.
Yes.
And Courtney has some good ones here.
Yes.
These are situations, those of you who don't know, where there is swift justice for people that want to take some risks.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
So, I mean, the Titanic, right? Right? Like, hey, everybody, let's go get on the biggest boat in the world and we're going to sail across the ocean. And hey, I know you've told us like 6 times there's a lot of ice up here. And there's probably some icebergs floating around, but fuck it. We're still going full steam ahead. And guess what happens? You can have the Titanic in, 5 seconds? Where
Yeah, it's smooth. He goes, this ship can't sink. That's it. I'm glad we can laugh at that.
I know. I'm
tragedy.
I know. It's like 100 years old now, right? Isn't that like in the 20s?
Fuck, I don't know.
I think it was in the 20s.
Let's go one for me, one for you.
Okay.
All right. So for me, it's the 6-Day War, 1967, where a coalition of Middle Eastern bad guys, as I recall, is Egypt, Syria, and Jordan maybe, got together and they say, hey, man, why don't we all get together and attack Israel and fuck them up really bad? The war lasted 6 days because first of all, Israel got word of what they were doing and counterattacked them before they even attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And then within 6 days, they were begging NATO to help them get out from under Israel's shit.
Like, oopsie, sorry.
So everybody started to fight Israel, and Israel beat everybody's ass in 6 days. So that's the 6-Day War, and that is a very quick turnaround for a declaration of war and how bad you get your ass kicked.
Yes.
I learned about this Blockbuster Netflix
Yeah,
thing.
so I actually learned about it today as well. But back in 2000, Netflix is like knocking on Blockbuster's door like, hey, we're this little company that sends DVDs to people's houses for them to watch. Are y'all interested in buying us? And Blockbuster's like, no. We've got this handled. We've got these storefronts and VHS and DVDs. We've got this handled. Y'all don't know what you're doing. Well, I think we all know what ended up happening there. But yeah, Blockbuster, no go, no mo.
Wayne Huizenga could have made a better choice there, I think.
Yes.
I can remember talking to my friend, Colin. I used to cover for the Auburn Up Like News. Colin, how can I not remember his name? Anyway, my friend Colin, this is when Netflix was getting going in like 2004, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, we're big on Netflix. We can get the DVDs, but they have some stuff you can stream. And at that time, it wasn't a lot of stuff. And I go, is there going to be a day when they're going to stream a lot? And he said, hell yes. There'll be a day when they're going to stream everything and they're going to take over the world. And I remember being like,
whatever,
I'm
buddy.
calling bullshit on that, my man.
Whatever, man.
And here we are. He was right on the money.
I
So
know.
far ahead of me.
It's
I can't
crazy.
believe I forget Colin's fucking last name. It's disgusting. It happens to me when I'm aging. For me, Russia, Ukraine. I think Russia rolled in there, in 2022? And thought, man, this little country,
You're going to roll over and play dead.
we're going to maybe not the first day, but within a couple of months. And here we are in 2025, and they're still just hammering the same old ground. I think that was an FAFO for me.
Yeah.
Not quite the 6-day war, but I think it's turned into a major boondoggle for them for sure. All right, fences and zoos.
Yeah, so these are these stupid effers that decide that it's a really smart idea to climb over like the security fence to go in close to the animals or like actually get in their habitat. And then they like the orangutan grabs their arm and like gnaws off their finger, and then they're mad and they're screaming and crying and want help. And then they're like, put the animal to death. And I'm like, wait a minute, who's the freaking idiot that climbed the fence and got up with the animal? Like, it's the same people when they're at the national parks and they're like, don't F with the animals. And then they go and they F with an animal, and then the bison takes off and starts like running and like chasing them across the street,
Like,
and they're upset.
Yeah.
Like, stop. You've been told not to do this.
Cuz brings up Nolan Ryan and Robin Ventura. What a perfect example there, Cuz. I don't know if you guys remember Robin Ventura. He got beaten by Nolan Ryan when Nolan Ryan was like 45 years old.
Oh, is this when he like charged?
Yeah, he charged Nolan Ryan. He got his ass absolutely beat. Nolan Ryan put him in a headlock and was just beating his ass. Like, he would have killed him. And the thing is that Robin Ventura thought about it for a second or two before he charged. And then he got his ass beat. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's an unfortunate situation there.
Yeah.
He got beat by an old man on TV. Pearl Harbor, to me, that might be the ultimate fuck around and find out. Like, they're like, hey, man, we found out about their shit over here in Hawaii. Why don't we just slide over there and fuck their shit up? But let's not bomb the gas tanks.
Yeah.
Let's leave everything else. We'll just flatten everything else. But we'll leave all the gas infrastructure in place. It probably won't matter.
Not a big deal.
And those fuckers got it. They got it in the backside without lube. I think it's fair to say that. One could argue that maybe 3 atomic bombs was a little much.
Probably a few.
Probably could have gotten away with one, and that would have been enough. You could also argue that the firebombing of Tokyo, which happened long before we dropped a nuclear bomb on them, was just as bad. Because when you firebomb a wooden city,
yeah, probably not good stuff.
Yeah, I think they referred to that as the night of the the black snow or something, because shit was burning up in Tokyo and it was just raining.
It's crazy.
What do you call it?
Soot.
Soot. Yeah, it was raining soot. We did some dirty stuff right back to them. Boy, they got it back. The Bulls of Pamplona.
Okay,
we got the picture right up here.
Photographic evidence right there.
Some dumbass getting gored.
Like you're intentionally going to stand here and just run, and then just hope that you outrun the Bulls. I don't get it. I do not get it. I need to take a picture right now that you're
millions of years of Darwinism here. Of these bulls use their horns to gore animals, to eat them, to win battles. And we think that we're going to roll up as like 5% of their body weight.
I don't understand.
And taunt them and then be shocked that you get your ass handed to you?
It just, like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Just idiots.
Just a really, really bad idea.
Yes. So just a moment ago, I was taking a picture that Jay's going to share here. This is what the cat likes to do, just to F with us so we can't see what we're talking about. Yeah, that's him.
There he is.
What a douche.
He's just walking right in front of the TV.
Yeah, what a douche, right? Like, douche magoosh.
He's like, hey, what's the problem, guys?
What's the problem? Why can't you talk about what's going on?
Pay attention to me.
He's such a douche.
Let's see. Chernobyl, to me, is a fuck around and find out insofar as they had options to avert that disaster. And the hubris there was like, hey, we'll be all right, man. Don't worry about it.
It's not a big deal. We've got this.
And
We got
like,
all
hey,
this
man,
under control.
The Röntgen levels are real fucking high. And he goes, it's not that bad, really? And they damn near, I don't know how many people's lives. We know a lot of them were lost, but how many were affected negatively through that decision right there. Unfortunately, it did a lot more damage than just to the dumbasses that were involved with that one. Really just the dumbass. A lot of people were affected by that, unfortunately. Courtney has Clinton and Lewinsky.
I mean, come on. Like, that's the perfect F around. Like, he literally was fucking around. And he found out, even though he did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I mean, I don't know that he didn't
I
fix it.
mean, what do you describe as sexual relations? What happened, I would describe as sexual relations. Sorry.
Foolproof Hunter says,
That's
cheers
what I would
all. We're glad to
describe
have you
as.
here, Foolproof Hunter. Wait.
Hey, cheers.
Talking about fuck around and find out moments, our favorites. See, I think that Clinton didn't really feel too much repercussion for that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he got away with it, more or less. I mean,
He was, what do you call it?
I mean, Hillary probably hasn't put out a lot, but like, I don't know if that's a bad thing for him.
No, but he was, what do you call it?
Impeached?
Yes.
Everybody gets impeached. It's a rite of passage now.
That is
The
true.
Democrats are talking about impeaching
is
President
true.
Trump right now.
That is true.
We're 102 days in.
I mean, well, everybody, yeah, you're right. Now it's just fun to do it, I guess.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
Oh, good one there, cuz. He says Chris Rock and Will Smith.
See, I disagree on that. That's just somebody losing their fucking temper for no reason.
Yeah, well, he was talking shit about his wife.
Okay, yes, I get that, but he's a freaking comedian, and that, to me, that one pisses me off. I won't listen to any Will Smith shit. I won't watch any of his movies anymore. I don't like him.
I just do it by association. I don't
like him because that's exactly what toddlers do. Is that when somebody provokes them, they get up and they go and they freaking hit them. Like, have some control. You're a grown man.
And then I put White Castle late. White Castle is not great for your digestive system anyway. But I feel like after you've been drinking a lot, maybe your judgment's on the brink.
You're like, I need some food, and then you eat that food, and then your stomach disagrees with the food.
It's 2 a.m.
Yes.
You don't have a lot of choices. You go to White Castle.
You pay for cheese. You don't want it to come back up.
12 cents a slice back in the day, Courtney, I remember.
I know.
And boy, it really comes back to haunt you sometimes. And so for me, that was a fuck around and find out moment.
Okay. Oh, Maddie has a little share here.
Oh, Maddie says, Monica Lewinsky went on a podcast named Call Her Daddy.
Oh, Lord.
Very popular with the young folks. And it was genuinely very insightful. Did she talk?
I mean, so that is a very interesting topic. Like, she was a very young, influential girl, and the leader of the free world is like, hey, I'm showing an interest in you, and you're sexy.
You have a nice rack.
I like your, I could see your panty line or whatever it was he's saying. And, I mean, I don't blame her at all. I blame a grown-ass man that's trying to get his nuts off. So.
Can I blame them both?
Okay.
I mean, she knows who Hillary Clinton is.
Yes.
And she knows that she's disrespecting her.
Yes, but she could have also had she could have had some undue pressure to perform things.
Oh, he definitely had a lot of pressure, I think.
Yeah, it was on her dress.
I don't know if Hillary was helping.
Keeping the dress, okay, unwashed, that's too much there. That was too much.
Don says Brian Harrison, fucked around and found out with his female support staff, LOL, but maybe not that important. I drank a ton. I have never been a big believer in that conspiracy theory, honestly, Don.
Oh, that he had a girly?
Yeah, I personally don't buy that, but there's people in the Auburn beat that do buy it, and they may know something I don't. I'm never going to tell you guys I was close with Brian Harrison.
Creeper.
He's not a guy that I wanted to spend any time with. I spent some time with him in Atlanta one time, and I just that was it for me. I had enough. Sometimes you can spend 15 minutes one-on-one with somebody, and you go, I don't really want to talk to them again. For whatever reason. There's different reasons why. Madison continued to talk about Monica Lewinsky on this podcast. She talked a lot about how her life was heavily affected, and she was debating changing her name and moving countries, but absolutely nothing happened to him, and he was preying on her. She was groomed AF,
I mean, yes, those are things that probably happened a whole lot more back then than they do now. It's probably a lot more awareness around those things.
Vin wonders if she was actually groomed.
I think that they're referring to a different kind of grooming.
Well, back in those days, they used to do shaving or landing strips.
Oh my God, no, they didn't. What? Back then, everybody was
95.
No, okay, Jay. Okay. Okay. All right, moving along. Moving along.
Moving along. Tell us about your favorite fuck around and find out moments. I think Cuz has had some good ones. Robin Ventura definitely he definitely should be on that list. And if you guys haven't seen that video, just try it. Nolan Ryan, Robin Ventura. Woo! Swift justice, some would say, Miss Courtney.
Yeah. Well, another thing it's kind of a very recent, I don't know if it's a fuck around to find out, but the whole Bill Belichick interview this week.
I might, that whole relationship might be
that whole thing is weird. There's something odd going on there. I don't get it. It's unique and makes me uncomfortable because she could be his granddaughter, and that's just kind of gross. But
Don says, now that I'm approaching 50, Monica Lewinsky is so hot. And Matt says she was smoking hot.
Yeah, she was pretty girl.
That is not my recollection, but I don't know. I haven't paid attention. Chip says rushing 2 on 4th and 31. That actually is a good one, Chipper. Cousin Becky or B. Haynes certainly appreciate that decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some good fuck around and find out situations there. The Bulls in Pamplona, I think it's fallen out of favor a little bit, maybe internationally lately.
Yeah, but all the people in Spain are still doing it.
I know. It's a big part of their culture.
Portugal? It's Spain or Portugal?
No, it's Spain, 100%.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's Portuguese guys that run it. But it's just stupid. Like, can you imagine, like, getting fucked up? Like, imagine your liver getting demolished, gored by a fucking bull, and you go, what happened?
I mean, those things are like...
Nah, man, I was just running down the street in Pamplona. Like,
no, like, I'm intentionally doing this. Not like I got caught in a field, didn't know he was there. Yeah. Vince
says J.G. Harson's own team isn't very close to them either. They all went somewhere else. Talking about Cal, everybody left.
Yeah.
I don't think he's very popular. Chip says Belichick's relationship is not unique at all.
Okay, can you share why you think
I'm not dating a girl that's...
I'm confused.
What, a third my age or a quarter my age? Mike says landing strips. Fire, cool, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Isn't that what Elon Musk did? No, it's American flag.
American flag.
It's fire, American flag, thumbs up, I think. Landing strips, apparently I learned recently, are falling out of favor.
Okay. I don't need to know how you found this out, so we'll just move along from that topic.
It's on Reddit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Reddit, actually.
Yeah, I don't understand the Belichick thing.
The Bill Belichick thing?
Also in her, like, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, she didn't want to talk about how they got together because I think he met her when she was a stripper.
She was, I don't know. She was a cheerleader before that.
Yeah, she was a cheerleader, and Stoltze looked this up. She's a cheerleader at a place, it's called like Bridgewater State.
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see, Maddie sent this along and said, this is Monica Lewinsky today. Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. Agree. She's always been cute.
Okay. I just wasn't really paying attention. At that time in my life, I had a lot of shit going on, so I wasn't really paying much attention to it. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the girl that is banging Belichick, I'm sorry, the girl who's hanging out with Belichick, she looks like a stripper. Like,
yeah. And the outfits that she wears to formal events perpetuate that.
She has a nice midriff.
She doesn't need to show it. That's hoey. Sorry.
Let's see. Chip says the Montgomery Advertiser versus Hoboten or Hoboten.
Oh, is this a fuck around to find out? Yes.
Well, they lost that battle. There's no doubt about that. They had every opportunity to win that battle, and they dropped the ball, and then they got mad at me because they dropped the ball. And I was like, no. And to this day, I own Hoboten.
That's right.
They never did get it. I offered it to him for $25,000 though. And I wanted it in cash because I didn't trust them.
Yeah, if it was going to bounce.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually a true story. When I had my attorney send over the offer to Barbara Wall, who's general counsel for Gannett, it said it needs to be a money order because I did not trust them. I thought it was amazing. Anyway, they rejected it and said they were going to find other ways to get it. And guess what? They never did get it. The next guy had to do a thing called Auburn Authority. They never did get Hoboten. They wouldn't pay for it. I asked them to pay for it. I asked them to pay $100 to register the domain, and they told me to fuck myself. That there was no way they could afford that. So me and Courtney afforded it. And then when I left, they wanted it. I said, I'll charge you $15,000 for it. Or was it $25,000? I don't remember what it was. And they said, We're not going to pay that. We'll just get it through the legal round. I said, you're not doing shit. You're not doing shit. Maddie says, yeah, he definitely paid for that poon. Matt says they claim they met on a flight. Well, why wouldn't she talk about that on the show then?
Yeah, that's what's the previous storyline. And he signed her book. And when he signed it, he signed all his Super Bowl wins in it. I was like, oh my God, that's so stupid. So stupid. Apparently it worked. They allegedly have been together like 4 years or something.
Dude, she would have been like 18 4 years ago.
Like, I think she's 25. Like, yeah, she's barely
He's 72,
21.
I think.
It's just gross.
And you know who's really hating it is North Carolina. Because, dude, he sucks, man. How's he going to recruit?
He's going to send her out to get the recruit.
Dude, Auburn is recruiting this one dude as a developmental quarterback right now. I forget his name. And he's like North Carolina's #1 quarterback, and Auburn is going to beat them on this game. I'm telling you. It's like chasing a girl is like your 4th girl. And, you know, in college where you got your main girl you're chasing, and you got like 3 backups in case the first one doesn't put out. Auburn's 4th.
So where was I?
#1.
Okay. Thanks for that.
You're way ahead of Julie.
I guess I won because I won out.
You're way ahead of Julie Danhauer and Amy.
Is that what you're saying?
But you could probably name who 2, 3, and 4 were.
Yeah. One of them creeped me out by wanting to come talk to me about you. Weird.
I'm gonna say, man, cross-eyed aspiring sports writers really.
You weren't a sports writer at the time.
Well, I was cross-eyed, so fuck off.
You were the Mardi Gras king.
I was the Mardi Gras king. Indeed. Let's see. Raven says, I guess it was a private flight from a private island.
Exactly.
Could it be?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mike says, Haban was the best discovery that I ever made.
Nice.
So glad to have you as part of the family that long, Mike. Haban was a blog that I did at the Montgomery Advertiser from maybe 2006-ish until 2012-ish when I left for Auburn Sports, and then they they kicked me out the door.
Mm-hmm. They didn't like that you were talking about where you were going.
She said I was going to compete against the Advertiser. I was like, Wanda.
It's a paper iPad. No.
I'm not competing against you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you worrying about? Don Properdickens says, I bet Belichick hit the whole Karma Sutra.
He can't.
Karma Sutra.
Karma.
It is the
Karma
Karma
he
Sutra.
is going to get karma.
On this babe.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
so
let's be real. He's 72, Don.
He's trying to use the blue pill, but he's going to end up in the emergency room because it's going to be more than 3 hours, and he's going to have to go see someone. He's going to have to go see a man.
Do you think? It's not my bag, baby. One book. Austin Powers and Swedish Dick Pumps.
It's not my bag,
It
baby.
is my bag, baby. I don't know what they're doing, but there ought to be a video. Norman says, fuck, FOFO has to include the Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I mean, you went after my guy, Ralph Macchio. You beat him in the back alley.
Yeah.
You left him bloody. And then he waxed on, waxed off, and ends up crane kicking your ass in the fucking finals of the West
That is true.
Covina Valley Karate Championships. That's the way it goes, man.
There you go. She ain't 24. What is she, 25? Like, she's in her 20s.
Yeah,
I know that.
I don't know how old she is, but I know she's a whore.
Yeah. I don't even know what her name is.
She's 24. Her
24.
name is Jordan. Jordon. Jordan Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
She's a 48-year age difference with Belichick, who
So
is
literally could
72.
be her granddad.
She was born in 2000. You know, Madison was born in 02.
Gross.
Look at this hoe, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
There
Like,
she is.
that's just the.
Like, that would be like, hey, my granddad. Like, y'all, hey, say hi to my granddad or whatever.
I know, she's looking like Katy Perry there.
Well, I mean,
Like Katy Perry getting ready to go on stage for a concert.
like pre or post Blue Origin.
Oh, well, I don't know.
She seems wore out now. Like, what's the deal with her? She lost something.
Whoa, Chip has breaking news here, Jay.
He says she's not in it for sex.
Shit, are you kidding me? She's not.
We need to get that.
Oh my gosh.
We need to have a sound effect that does the.
I don't know.
The breaking news, like. We got breaking news at this hour.
Jordan.
Sources confirm
Jordan.
that Belichick's 2-incher does not get hard enough to pop clit. More at 10. And Norman just calls him Billicheat. Oh, man.
That's
good stuff, Courtney.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
All right, I wonder what we're going to do for next week's Courtney's Cornir.
We're not, because we got, we're feting somebody next week.
Do we have, we have dinner with her Wednesday night or Thursday night?
Wednesday nights are our family dinner.
Oh, okay.
Thursday nights when folks roll into town.
Can we just invite everybody over?
Yeah. Anybody's around. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on down.
We have to get a lot of bourbon down there.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that.
2 vehicles going, so.
Wait, we do?
Mm-hmm.
Two vehicles from our house?
Yes, because we have to help bring stuff back.
Can you elaborate? Are we going to bring Maddie back?
Maddie has her own vehicle, but Maddie has to move out. Not all of her stuff, but most of her stuff. And that's what I get to do on Mother's Day.
Let's see. Maddie says, did you know the Blue Origin flight was 11 minutes round trip? They barely left the stratosphere. And I like the picture of Katy Perry being up in the alleged space. Her hair was down, right?
Yeah.
It didn't ever go
probably
up.
What I don't know. My hair doesn't go up when I'm in an airplane.
Your hair goes... I'm not going to say it.
No.
Mike says, saw today that Bill's Squeeze's mother owns a sex shop. Bill has all access to blah, 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 Blue Chews.
Nice.
I love that Pauly Shore is a spokesperson for Blue Chews. I love that. I saw a clip the other day where he was like, had some girl on his show, like some, like a lot like this Jordan chick. Mm-hmm. It was like, what do you think about Blue Chew? And she goes, I think the guys that eat Blue Chews are hot. Like, that's all it takes, man. And the idea that there's some guy somewhere that goes, that girl on the fucking Pauly Shore show, she says the guys that eat Blue Chew are hot. So I'm going to pop this motherfucker in, and I'm going to be hot. This guy's wearing fucking socks up to his knees. He's wearing New Balance, the white with the blue end, Jams, fucking safari hat. Yeah. Thinks he's going out and getting laid, and he ain't getting shit, bro.
He's going to end up in the ER because he doesn't know what to do with it.
Fucking balls are swole up, man. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
She's in love.
Yeah, Dawn says she's in love.
She's in love.
We could write a pop song about it.
Yes.
I wish Journey were still together. They could write a song about it. Chip says she's in love with that big black Amex.
Yes, exactly.
It's a BBA is what we call it in the Reddit world. Don says, Heaven Hill BIB, I can't feel my face. Love the bourbon blend.
Cheers to that.
Didn't The Weeknd sing a song about that? Bottled bond, I can't feel my face. Yeah, my face. I can't feel my face with this bottled bond.
No, that's not the song.
Oh, yeah. Lick my ball bag. Ravin says, if he strokes out on the sideline, everyone will want to know exactly how they met. It's a good question.
True.
I think Matt says, I think she just genuinely wants a nice guy. Glad she's found love in old Billy Belly.
Okay. Matt looking Billy, for the
Baby Billy's
positivity.
Hope you guys watch the Gemstones, because if you don't, you're missing out. T-Roy says, Leith versus Aerodynamics. That's a good one right there. A former Auburn president, Leith, had some struggles landing some airplanes in his career. That guy fucking fell off a cliff, man. I wonder if he's like running a junior college now or something. Prevent says, Maddie, to be fair, I haven't been to that altitude.
That's true. I haven't either.
Oh, you've taken me to the moon, girlfriend. Come here.
So what does Dawn think of these Blue Chews? Are they as advertised?
Yeah,
Dawn?
Tell us, Dawn.
Dawn, can you be a spokesperson for him?
Dawn, are you hot? That blonde-haired chick goes, guys, Blue Chews are hot. Ravin says, just don't call them astronauts and I am good. I'm going to call them astronauts. Maddie says, Ravin, if he has a heart attack and gets nitrates, plus is on the blue pill, if you know, you know. So he's going to get an involuntary boner is what Maddie's saying right there. Mike says, Courtney, does the Commodore make your hair go up?
Certain times, yes.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Guys eat Blue Chews are hot.
Hot.
Chipper says, Dawn, can you feel your teeth? That's the barometer of trouble brewing right now.
Oh, mine is always I can't feel my cheekbones.
I've heard you say, I can't feel my cheeks.
I can't feel my cheeks. That's when I know I'm real lit.
Ravin says, Matt, he doesn't strike me as a nice guy. No, he seems grumpy.
Did y'all see in that interview, he's like wearing the sweatshirt that has the hole in it, like right here, the purposely made hole in it. Like the cool guy purposely made hole in the sweatshirt for the interview. I'm just like, oh my God.
I don't know,
This is
man.
terrible.
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Let's see. Don is jumping back in to say you're in the unique position to have drunkenly detect sarcasm with a spotlight on you and live and a live camera. You're crushing it. Absolutely. He's doing a hell of a job. OTAG is here for some reason. I thought today was Friday, not Thursday. Hello, Blend
Hey, O-Tag.
family.
I'm sorry to tell you, but it is Thursday and not Friday.
Yeah, I have hard news for you. You're going to have to go to work
it's
tomorrow.
disappointing.
By the way, Rivals was bought by On3 the other day.
Yes, it was.
You said I couldn't talk about it when I was sober, so we can talk about it now.
That's up to you.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
It's going to be a great experience. It's going to be positive.
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be amazing.
Shannon Terry's, if there's ever a Hall of Fame for people in this space, like the paid websites that cover teams, like he's going to be the first guy there. I mean, he's like the George Washington of these sites. And so I think whatever he's going to end up doing here is going to be smart and it's going to be better. Because you guys know, man, Rivals has not supported me and the boys for shit for a long time. I have begged them until my voice didn't work anymore about the shit they needed to help me with. And they just basically said, talk to the hand because the rest of me ain't listening. So we're going to actually get proper investment by somebody who understands how to run shit. And I think it's going to be a good thing. I really do, honestly. So that's how I feel about that. I don't know what else to say about it. I'll find out more. I mean, I still don't know a ton about it. So hopefully I'll find out more tomorrow. And I'll try to pass along what I can to you guys. But the bunker ain't going nowhere. I can promise you that. The bunker is not going anywhere. Now, some of you guys might, well, this is probably guys that like me. There's some people in the bunker, Courtney, I know it's going to shock you, that think that I'm a dick.
It's so surprising.
But I don't know. The bunker ain't going anywhere. And that's just the way it is. Ravin says, damn, OTAG was already on the weekend and got drugged right back to reality.
That sucks, man.
That is a bad way to go, OTAG. I wish it was the other way, right? Chip says, Ravin, Maddie T was paying attention. She's an A student. They do that. Maddie is a very good student.
Nerd.
Dean's lister for a long time.
Nerd.
I like to tell a joke that Maddie's...
Nah.
Never mind. I won't tell it anymore. Don says, if you can go to work tomorrow and not do shit, then today is Friday. It's a 3-day weekend. Slack. It's a good attitude. I like that.
I think it's about that time.
It's going to be that time, Courtney? It's 9:23 in the PM for our friends in the Central Time Zone.
It is.
10:23 for our friends in the Eastern Time Zone. And wherever OTAG may be, says, yep, got smacked right back down to earth. LOL.
Man,
OTAG, I believe, is in Montana, outside of Helena.
Yeah.
No, he's actually in Dillon. My bad. Matt saw the other day, do you think they'll keep the Rivals name? Or, yes, I do think they're going to keep the Rivals name. And I think they're going to keep the auburnsports.com name. And I think we're going to have two ecosystems for a while, if not permanently. Shannon was saying that Rivals is going to be focusing more on high school recruiting, and On3 is going to be focusing more on college coverage.
We'll see how that goes.
So we'll see how that works out. That would mean, I guess, in theory, that Jay Lee and like Pink and Caleb, whatever, would be more on the Auburn sports side, right? And that means me and Hoke, I guess, would be reunited. Maybe B Matt. I don't know.
We'll see.
Got a long way to go. Long way to go. Matt did say you and Mr. Jay Lee with the show. I was texting with him yesterday about it.
Oh, Lord.
I am fired the fuck up.
Lord.
If I'm able to do a show with Jay Lee again, that would be
Lord.
Absolutely amazing.
The AA might have to be the moderator of said show. Close some shit down.
The best show you can have would be me, B Matt, and Jay Lee. Just the three of us. And maybe Jason Caldwell. Just talking about like
old stuff.
Old man shit. Seriously, Jason's amazing at that stuff. He's like Philip, but not Philip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's got that appreciation for history and he can remember shit.
Jay's not going anywhere. He's going to be around. So.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I gotta do something with my life, right? OTEX is very close, Jay. I'm in Florida. It was
Maybe not. So close.
He's in the Montana of Florida.
There you go. I've heard of it. Montana, Florida.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's in the Panhandle.
He's near Montana, Florida. Mike says, those of us who have followed you for years will not be dismissed. Absolutely not. I'm not going anywhere, bro. I'm only 53 in a couple weeks. So
no, not even a couple weeks. It's down to like a few days.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's 12 days.
All right. Well.
Don says, Jay on the side, I follow all the news camps on Auburn. There's no comparison. Yours is the best, even being a non-bunker.
Oh, look at that. Very nice. Thanks, Don. I didn't know you got all that stuff all the way over in Holland. Like it goes under that cable that's under the ocean.
Yes, we've seen
all the
cables.
way over there.
We saw the cables in Jamaica. Ravin says, there's some rundowns with the crew. Good shows. Man, we used to have a lot of fun, for real. And we will again here shortly. Chip says Shannon Terry should not risk the bunker mobilizing against him. They're just the right mixture of crazy and devious to be dangerous. Listen, man, Shannon.
I don't think there's any reason to worry about that.
I spoke to Shannon yesterday. He respects the bunker very much, and I don't think it's going to get messed with at all. And I'm, for better or for worse, I'm going to have to be the guy that, like, I don't even think I have to stand up for the bunker. I think he knows that I'm the one who's going to defend the bunker no matter what, and he's not here to fight it. Like he embraces the bunker and loves the. I mean, he's not going to hang out on the bunker, but he appreciates what it is, without a doubt. I've talked to him. And Matt says, I'd pay good money to hear y'all just tell stories. Me and Jay Lee, when we get going, I'm telling you, I think we're the most entertaining two people in the Auburn sphere. You don't like it for some reason.
You still have to have a moderator.
It's because me and Jay Lee, when it's just me and him, we get into trouble.
Yes.
We get into trouble. We get each other in trouble.
Yes.
Because he's a maverick and I'm a maverick, and we kind of just
and
go
then you all
at
just
it.
it's like this testosterone like tower. Like, oh, I can tell a better one. Oh, I can tell a better one.
I wasn't talking about stories. I'm talking about just doing shit. Like,
well,
we went to Tampa that one time.
Okay, anyway.
Shit, man.
Thank God I came there. But okay.
Dude, Jay Lee got accused, wrongly in my opinion, of berating a baby. And the cops, like a woman got to the police and said that man was verbally accosting, I don't know what the word she would have used, my baby. And the cop came over to I think he had bad intentions. We're Jay Lee. He's like, were you talking shit at a baby? And Jeffrey goes, is this guy kidding? Like, I said, sir, I've been with him all day. And he has a way of talking abrasively because he's from the country. But he was not talking shit to the baby. Ultimately, Jay Lee was acquitted, if you want to say. The cop did.
In the middle of the street?
The cop let it close. We were right on the curb, but he let it go. But as he should have, because nothing happened. But that was a weird one. I was with Jay Lee the whole time. Mm-hmm. He just talks country and loud, you know.
I know.
He wouldn't mess with a baby. Shit. Let's see what else is going on here. Chipper says, that's why JGT has always been the best. Thank you very much for saying that. Not always first, but always correct.
Yeah, Jay doesn't like to spit shit out without knowing the
facts.
So
careful with that. And Jay Lee is too.
It's because that's what real journalists do.
Don says, I won't name others, but when I hear Jay and Stoltz and BMAT, I feel like I've been told, and that ain't kissing up. I appreciate that. That's very nice. And Chipper says, my dad was talking basketball and Chad Bacon lasagna to JGT in Orange Beach, and I was like, do you know who you're talking to? Dad didn't know shit. Yeah, he was kind of telling me about Chad. And I don't know if he knows what I do. And I don't care if he did, but I'm just, his dad reminds me of my granddad. Wexler. Yeah. So
it's cute.
I just like hanging out with him. Also, Don says, I love Jay Lee, love him, and Pink, and the other guy. Yeah, he may be talking about Hope.
Okay.
Cole was a great guy. I love Cole. Me and Cole had a moment where he was at the, can you stop doing that, please? Where we were at the nursing home where my mom was sick and his grandma was dying. And we just kind of randomly ran at each other in the hallway. And he was having a hard time processing what he was going through. I was having a hard time processing what I was going through. And we just kind of had a moment there. Yeah. Me and him, we weren't really hugging, but we just kind of were like this. And
it was nice.
It was really nice, man. And ever since then, I've just really liked Pink. He's just really good people. And of course, Jay Lee's a brother to me. I don't have a brother in real life, but he is my brother. Him and B-Matt are brothers to me. And that's just the way it is. Matt says, Jeffrey Lee, noted baby meanie. I'm telling you, he was not being mean to the baby. I don't know how that mom interpreted that, but he's just country and loud when he's drunk. That's all. He wasn't messing with the baby. D Lucky says that was funny when he said, according to my sources. Yeah, he's talking about Chip's dad. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
It's so cute. He's a cute little man.
He is a good. He's great. Chip's dad's just good people, just like Chip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
it's about that time to wrap it up, Mr.
Again,
Tate.
Heaven Hill really showed out.
2 winners.
Tonight. Bottle and Bond, I gave it a 3.5. Courtney gave it a 3.5. That is a very high grade for us, out of 4, by the way. And the grain to glass, I gave it a 3 3/4. Courtney gave it a 3 1/4. So, but that averages out to one of our best pours that we've had this year. So,
Heaven Hill is a bunch of winners.
Absolutely. So, guys, not next week because we're going to be feting Maddie in Mobile for graduating college and getting a job already. We're very fired up about that.
Job offer.
One more thing. Don jumps in off the record in basketball and football as a percentage. How often are we mad at a player on a personal level for portaling that the coach nudged out? No names percentage. Can you help me understand what he's asking here? How often are we mad at a player?
Okay, why are we mad at the guy that went into the portal?
Rarely. 10% maybe.
Yeah.
10. I think that Chad Bacon Mazzara is the last one I can. That's the last one I can think of where they were mad, because that whole thing is just weird, and I think that he is doing that thing where you literally want to get an extra 10%, and you ignore all the stuff that BP and all the coaches did for him and helped him develop as a person and loved him. I'm sorry, there's a dollar figure on that, and it's a lot. And he's gonna fuck around.
Kids
and find
don't
out
realize
too.
that.
He's gonna fuck around and find out. I promise you. He's gonna make more money, and good for him if that's all that matters. But I think when he's 35 years old, when he sits back and says, "What Bruce did for me, what Steven did for me, what Coach Corey did for me, and Ira," and I fucking turned around on them like that, he's gonna regret it. I promise you, he's gonna regret it. All right, so we'll wrap it up there. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, which will be close to my birthday.
It will be after your birthday.
It'll be right after my birthday. So, well, we'll talk about how great I am on my birthday. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not that guy. Anyway, Courtney, great show tonight.
Great show, Jay.
You look great in your hazel green.
Thank you.
I always say that when
Somebody
you wear
said I was wearing black. I'm like, no.
It's hazel green.
It's green. It's
hazel
teal.
Green, for sure. All right, guys. We'll wrap it up there. Appreciate y'all being with us. Until next time, keep it real.
Cheers.